it's Dana Persia. Welcome back to my channel. I've had so many women over the years ask me about brows and how to get a natural brow, how I do my brows. I wanted to bring to you a video that will show you the tips, the tricks, the tools, the products you need to do an everyday brow. A lot of us watch these YouTube videos and they're great and all the artists are so talented, but let's face it, ladies, some of us are not going to be doing a completely cut square brow with this giant arch. It just doesn't work for us. I always think that less is more when it comes to makeup for women over 40. The tips I'm going to give you, anyone can use, but especially for my viewers who are women over the age of 40, I really believe that less is more when it comes to makeup. One of the statements that I've heard over the years from clients, from bridesmaids, from moms who get in my chair, I just want to look like myself. I really don't wear a lot of makeup. I just want to look like an updated, more elegant version of myself. I believe that less is more when it comes to makeup. I think you can have a couple of really good products and tools in your makeup arsenal, and it will make such a difference just in the way you feel, in the way you look. And even though we're still at home, a lot of us still aren't going out to work and we're not really socializing. We may be having to do a Zoom call. So I wanted to give you some tips on how to do a natural brow, and hopefully you'll be able to execute this at home. You can just re-watch the video. Please remember to subscribe and ring that bell to get notifications on a regular basis, because I do post 1 to 2 videos a week. First thing you're going to need is some sort of brow product, whether it's a pomade, a powder, a pencil, or a combination. Now, what I have on my brows today is Anastasia. I'm sure all of you have heard of Anastasia. Her brow products are fabulous. This is the brow powder, and it is in medium brown. And what's nice is it comes two-sided, one with a slightly lighter color for shading than the other side. I've used both of these today, and only this and a little bit of pencil on my brows. One of the other products that I absolutely love and has a little bit more staying power than a brow powder is Anastasia's Dip Brow, and it comes in a little pot, and this is in taupe. I use mostly taupe products. So if you want to add a pencil to your eyebrow technique, which I believe is really a good way to get definition, the two that I'm using now, NYX Micro Brow Pencil in brunette, and I also have NYX Precision Brow Pencil in ash brown. There's also a really great product that I love by ELF, E-L-F, and it's their Eyebrow Kit. As you can see, it's not a high price point. They don't have a really large range of colors, but I'm sure there's one you can find, and I really love this, and I think the price point's really great for getting a 2-in-1. The other thing you're going to need is a little bit of foundation or concealer, because when we go to detail, you'll want one of your foundations or your concealers. Either one works fine. You need a couple of different brushes. So the first brush is, of course, your slanted angle brush, and this is, I don't have a number, it's just a slanted eyeliner brush or brow brush. You want to also have some small concealer brush, because you want to be able to detail the brows, and that's what you're going to use your foundation or concealer. I'm going to go and take one of my eyebrows off so that we can see how it looks so we can see what my eyebrow looks from start to finish. Okay, I'm back. So as you can see, I took off my right eyebrow. I have my magnifying makeup mirror here. It's by Zadro. I've talked about this mirror 100 times. I cannot see to do my makeup unless I have at least an 8 to 10 times magnifier. And so that's why I like this mirror, because one side's regular and one side's magnifying. So you're going to see me leaning down to do my brows, and then of course we'll close up so you can see each step of the way. This mirror is great if your eyesight's going and you think you can't see and that's why you can't do your makeup and you need readers. This is a great alternative to having to wear glasses and try to do your makeup at the same time, because that's really hard. Now, there is one thing I forgot to mention in the beginning as far as tools. I rarely tweeze my eyebrows. Sometimes I do tweeze some rogue little hairs, but one of the tools that I've been using for years is a face razor. This will change your life. This is actually an eyebrow razor. It's specifically made for brows because it's so short. The facial razors are longer and I do my little mustache with them sometimes. So every morning I look in the mirror and I see if I have any rogue hairs, and I kind of just sweep upward and just get rid of them. I even do it in between, I do it above. These are really great to have in your makeup bag. Because I took off my makeup, because I took off my brow, I wanted to just fix the concealer a little bit. So I have a concealer brush and I have a little bit of concealer on my palette. You do not need a lot. Let's not waste product, right? We don't want to throw money down the drain, especially these days. So I take my concealer brush and I just kind of go over, because I did have foundation on, I want to make sure the foundation's still there. So I'm just sort of bringing it over the hair a little bit. Okay, so my brows have recently been groomed. As you can see, you know, I have hair there, but they need to be filled in as compared. If you can see the difference in my face, you can see how much of a difference, I'm going to put this, right? Does this look, right, compared to this side? The brow frames your face, and I tell many of my clients, especially who are getting married and having their pictures taken, whether you're a bridesmaid, a mom, or the bride, your eyebrows will sink into your face when someone takes a picture of you. So having nothing on your brows, especially if you have very little or light brows, is a no-no. Now that I have used the foundation to kind of fix the foundation that I wiped off, I'm going to start the process. Like I said before, I'm going to use the Anastasia brow powder. If you're a novice to doing brows, highly recommend brow powder. It's easy to use, it's easy to manipulate on the eyebrow, and you can wipe it off pretty easily unless you set it with makeup spray, which is a really good way to keep your brow powder in place. Some of the pomades you don't really need, you know, as much of a setting spray to it, but setting spray is always a good idea no matter what, because it keeps your makeup all day. I'm going to take the darker brown color and I'm going to start with that. So I dip it in, tap it. Remember my tip on tapping your product, because what happens when you don't tap, you get a lot of excess powder on your face. It's called fallout, right, in the business. I take that end and I dip it and I tap. And I always start with the inner corner, because the trick is the inner eyebrow should come to where the side of your nose is. So you want to take like a pencil or a makeup brush, right? So as you can see, I need a little help there. And then the arch should come about there, and then the exterior end or tail of the brow should kind of be at the end. So it's, and these diagrams are all over the internet as far as how to do your brows. So that's a good to figure out where your brow should start, where the arch should be, and where it should end. So I have my powder, and I take that slanted brush because it makes for a really great place to start, and I start at the end, and then I take the tip and kind of work it in to the rest of the brow, and I just use really quick strokes. I need more product, and now the inner corner of the brow is starting to get some color. Now I kind of, this is what I do. I bring the brush through the brow until there's almost no product, because as you can see, there's plenty of product on this brush. You do not need a lot. If you overdo it, you just end up looking like Groucho Marx, and nobody wants to look like Groucho. It's not a good look. So I really love the slanted brush because it gives you that little bit of square. Now, I am not a severe squared off brow kind of girl. It doesn't look right on me. I have a very oval face. So everything on me has to have smooth lines, no sharp edges. So I continue to work that brush into the hairs very nicely. I'm going to take a little bit of the lighter color just to fill in a little bit. Sometimes I just don't want a dark brow. And I don't have a very pointy arch. Now, if you wanted a more pointier arch, you know, you kind of just bring it up and then bring it straight. My brows just don't naturally grow that way. So you can create more of a severe arch, but for me, it doesn't look right. So we're not going to do a severe arch today. We're going to do more of a semicircle, half a circle with a tiny bit of arch. What I love about brow powder, and why I use this on many of my clients, is because it's soft. It's not harsh. It's not a pencil. It's not a brow pomade. So I really love a brow powder. I have a palette in my professional kit that has every color that I could possibly need. This is almost done. Now what I might do is take the pencil and give it a little bit more definition. So now what I do is I flip the mirror, because now I can really see what I look like. When you're up close, it's really hard to see what the brow actually, so it's a little bit of a fight doing my brows, although in the end it worked. Go under. I like to go under the arch because I like it to be a little bit, if you can see on this brow, I kind of had to build the under arch a little bit. Now we're going to do that with a pencil. So the next step is coming. Okay, so now I have my NYX Precision Brow, which has a really nice slanted end. I love this. I kind of just define a little bit more that inner quarter, the outer edge, the under edge. Whoops. I'm going to show you how to do cleanup. So wherever your brow naturally comes on the underneath, you could always add a little bit more, which is what I do, because I feel like I like the definition. Notice I'm not drawing, right? We're not in art class. I am literally just doing feathered strokes. The other thing I love about these, most pencils should have a little brush on the end. And so if you like a more brushed out look, which I do because I like a more natural look, you can brush upwards the little hairs and then brush downward. And you'll get the natural effect of real hair when you do it that way. So you take that little bit of concealer and you put it on the brush, just a little bit. You go above the brow bone, right above the brow line, and it really gives you a clean finish. You could go under. It's a natural look, it's not overdone, and it's really easy. And put it in. I'm using MAC Studio Fix powder. As you can see, I love it. This is my own personal makeup, and you just kind of finish it off like that. So next what you can do is a highlighter in the brow bone area. So I already have it on, but I'm going to show you where it goes. So this is Lorax eyeshadow, and I'm just using the lightest color. It's just the first color on the palette. I don't even know what color it is, but it's just a light creamy champagne with a little bit of shimmer. And so I like things to be light. You see how that looks? I'm going to redo this side. I like to bring the eyeshadow down into the corners of my eyes. You just want something easy. Definitely try a brow powder. And hopefully you enjoyed the video. And like I said, stay tuned for more to come. Thanks. Have a great day.